So I got this game for Christmas from my husband, and I'm really excited because I'm a huge Nancy Drew fan, and I haven't played very many Sherlock Holmes games before. I've seen a couple of them, but this is my first one that I get to play, and I'm really excited because they seem very similar to the Nancy Drew games by Her Interactive, and these are by, I think, Frogware. So I'm really excited. And
I know very little about this game, and also I've only watched a few Sherlock Holmes shows and stuff. I'm sure I could talk about that during it.
Yeah, well, I mean, one of the biggest reasons why I got into reading Nancy Drew books and watching her movies and stuff is because when I was a little kid, I got a disc with a bunch of, like, games on it for girls. It was, like, marketed towards girls and stuff. And it had Nancy Drew Haunted Carousel on it, and that's where I kind of discovered Nancy Drew. So I feel like this could be kind of like my discovery of my enjoyment for Sherlock Holmes.
I hope so. We're starting a new game. From what I remember, these games are not very long. They're all in a shared continuity.
Are these point-and-click games?
Sort of.
I love them.
But you move around.
Awesome!
So it's like a weird mixture between point-and-click and moving around.
In the name of my health and yours, Holmes, stop smoking so much. There is more fog in our apartment than in the street.
You are right, Watson, but this evening is never ending, and I have nothing to do but make smoke rings. A more amusing pastime would suit better, but my doctor is against it.
Perhaps a little tune on the violin.
My heart is not in it tonight, Watson. Have you noticed how this cigarette burns? Would you not say it is like a life being consumed? How many lives will end tonight in London? How many crimes will be committed within the life of a single cigarette? Ah, the vanity of existence. It is but complaints and smoke, the meagre panache of its sickly soul.
The tobacco is giving you very somber thoughts. I am certain that this inactivity will not last. Let's retire. You'll be in better humor tomorrow.
Reason speaks. Let's to bed.
I miss when you could hang out and sleep with your friends and nobody called you gay.
I feel like this was just an interaction from behind the scenes of a Batman thing where we just didn't see it. Like where he's just like being really emo to Alfred.
I do like how emo he is. Oh, she was discovered murdered in Whitechapel Road at 3:45 a.m.
Oh, well, that sucks. Maybe she shouldn't have died.
I thought we were going to bed. Why are we outside?
I don't know. He likes to be a rebel, I guess. He's like looking at his cigarette and being like, "Oh yeah, the lives of meager people. Duh."
Let's go to bed. Walks next door.
I don't know. I think Sherlock Holmes has some mental issues. He's obviously...
He's always had mental issues, like in all of the continuities, though.
He is very much so not as put together as Nancy Drew is, that is for sure.
That is for sure.
That was something I really admired about Nancy Drew, actually, and I want to talk about her on one of my channel videos, actually.
Oh, it's a real shame that the Nancy Drew in the books doesn't jump into bed with as many people as Nancy Drew in the CW show, which is true to the continuity.
I hate that show so much.
What's the matter? You don't want to
away...
change every character's race and change every character's sexuality.
It takes away all of the charm. It takes away all of the charm of the original.
Modernize everything.
It's horrible.
31st of August, 1888, 3:20 a.m. So you said there's a bunch of games in this line, but then there's a prequel they made. Yeah,
it seems like they're making a prequel that takes place in 1869, where Sherlock is 21 years old, and I assume it must have already come out, because on the website it said it was supposed to come out in 2021, and it's almost 2023 now.
Come this way, my lovely. We'll have a right good time.
Ugh.
Wait, let me help you.
Oh my. What's happening to the graphics?
Oh, it's my hair that pleases you.
I like the idea that she undoes his fly, and there's a gun in his, like, penis. He's got, like, weird alien hands. Is that a third hand?
Yeah, that was a third hand. What? What is up with the graphics in this game?
Oh, we hear it!
Nice. Yum yum.
Oh.
It's like swishing spaghetti around.
Oh, why are we watching this part? Like, they should not be showing us this part.
Was he just stabbing her, or is he having sex with her, too?
No, I mean, some people think the crimes were sexual in nature, but he would, like, remove parts of them from their abdomen and stuff.
Jeez.
Yeah, he was like a surgeon. A lot of people think that Jack the Ripper was an actual surgeon because of the surgical precision it would take to do a lot of the stuff he did without completely ruining the organs.
Well, it would have taken a lot longer than what just took him.
The news is as dark as the sky, Holmes. An inquest has been opened into the murder of a poor woman in the East End. The unfortunate girl was discovered last night, lying in the street, still warm. The murderer was filled with an incredible savagery. Oh, the article gave me shivers down my spine. The inspectors in charge of the case don't seem to have even the slightest lead. A similar murder took place less than a month ago.
Ah, love. A romantic walk, a kiss in the moonlight, a polite refusal, a terrible anger, and a hanging.
This area of Whitechapel is a disgrace to London. The government should take serious note of what is going on there.
Whitechapel? This woman was found in Whitechapel?
Yes, indeed. Bucks Row, to be specific.
Then it was not a question of romance, but of commerce. Unless these women actually take pleasure in the vice, the female nature is completely...
Holmes, do you hear yourself? A woman is dead under unspeakable circumstances. No less than any other, she was a human and one of Her Majesty's subjects. None of these streetwalkers of which you speak have any other way to survive but by selling their bodies. You know as well as I that our era is not a gentle one, and these women don't have much to look forward to. Some grace, if you would. Do not refuse them your compassion.
Do not say another word, my dear Watson. We shall leave immediately for Whitechapel.
To the scene of the crime?
No, I think it would be better to arrive there a bit later once night has fallen. At the moment, the spot will be overrun by police officers and spectators. It would be impossible to investigate properly.
Then where are we going, Holmes?
The best thing to do would be to head to the police station and attempt to get a copy of the preliminary reports.
But the article in the Star seemed quite complete to me.
You must know, Watson, that journalists often draw conclusions from the facts without a proper understanding of how to do this delicate task. We must obtain the reports from the inspector in charge, as well as those from the coroner.
Very well, Holmes, but all the same.
It seems to me that I have a map of London somewhere, Watson. Can you find it and locate Whitechapel while I get ready?
You are too kind, Holmes. Searching through your mess?
So one thing I really like about Sherlock Holmes, by the way, let's not continue yet. We'll read this together.
Well, I wanted to mention he's really unlikable. Like,
Yes.
Extremely unlikable.
That is a Sherlock Holmes staple. He is
Really?
very unlikable in some of the continuities.
Why do
yeah.
people like him?
Because he does still do a lot of good, and
Okay.
he does solve these crimes, and he does put the people away.
I also
and he's
think
very intelligent, even though he's kind of a dick.
I also think it's interesting that, like, during this era, they had absolutely no concept of, like, ruining crime scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, like, if things get moved around and stuff with that dead body, it's just gonna throw Sherlock off the trail.
It won't, though. He's got a whole series of Xbox games.
Okay,
And he will
sorry.
solve this.
Excuse me.
Do you have a game named The Testament of Jill? I don't think so. He has a game called The Testament of Sherlock Holmes.
Well,
Shut your mouth.
I do know what the Testament is.
Respect him.
Well,
One thing I like about him is, I don't know if you saw on the wall, but he had like a scepter and other stuff. So Sherlock Holmes is like a weirdo, kind of like a serial killer in a way. Before someone gets mad at me, he collects memorabilia from the cases he solves.
wait, really?
And he like displays them as trophies. He's a very bizarre guy.
Nancy Drew does the same thing in her games.
Well, she's weird too.
But a lot of people don't get murdered in her games. She, like, her memorabilia that she gets is like something from the gift shop at the place she was at that she bought.
Well, that's just a memento. But like with Sherlock, it's like just straight up like, I have the knife that was used to remove the fallopian tubes, or I don't know. It's just
Weird.
random stuff.
Yeah, for Nancy, it's like, yeah, this is the newspaper clipping talking about how I solved the case.
That's normal.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes is not normal.
The Whitechapel Horror. The victim of the latest Whitechapel Horror, who was found yesterday morning in Bucks Row.
Fucks Row,
Fucks
please.
Row. Totally disemboweled.
Wait, totally.
Totally.
Wait, Bucks Row totally disemboweled and almost decapitated. There's a big space there. You gotta leave it.
This sounds like the plot to Brightburn. has been
Shut it off.
Has been identified and named as Polly Nichols.
Polyamorous?
Polyamorous.
She was discovered murdered at 3:45 a.m. Oh, we saw part of this in the loading screen.
Oh, there is a terrible similarity between this crime and the two mysterious murders that have occurred in the vicinity over the past 3 months, one of which was a woman named Martha Tabram in George Yard, who had received no less than 30 stab wounds. Jeez.
Wow. Yikes.
You control Dr. Watson. Oh, okay. Use left stick to move around the game. The back button allows you... Oh, okay.
Why do you control Dr. Watson? In the other game, you control Sherlock.
I don't know, maybe because Watson's more likable in this one. You press X to switch to first-person mode. Oh. You can use the left stick and the right stick to look around. The X button allows you to switch between first-person and third-person view. Okay.
Holmes's violin. He doesn't play nearly enough, if you ask me.
Oh, I agree. I think he should play more.
Maybe he'd be more likable.
Okay, I want everybody to know this, like, is really sensitive.
I understand. Here, press start.
Okay.
Go into options. And I think you can turn down camera sensitivity.
That might be...
One more.
Think so?
Yeah. No, they validated you, so say something good about the game. You click validate.
Yay, I've been validated. Oh, that's much better.
Is it too slow?
No, it's much better.
Wait, try holding it all.
Holmes's experiment table.
Sorry.
Hold it all the way to the right. That's too slow, Jill. Turn it up one.
Why? It's good.
You don't think that's too slow?
You think so? I thought it was comfortable.
Okay, fine. Fine, whatever.
The Queen's initials done in bullet holes. Good old Holmes.
What
VR?
This
Virtual reality?
This must be Victoria something.
The Adventure of the Dancing Men. I remember it well.
Shockingly, Elizabeth has not been Queen of England for 200 years.
Ah, she looked like she had.
She looked like she had.
I'm kind of annoyed that now they can't say Her Majesty.
Yeah, they have to say His Majesty.
Stupid.
That sucks.
Well, well, Holmes has received some French champagne with a card, a gift from a young admirer, signed Raoul d'Andrecy. Who on earth could that be?
What if that's Jack the Ripper and they just ruined the whole game for us? They just told us at the beginning.
I don't want to be racist here, but Raoul is a Spanish name, and during this point in time, I don't think a Spanish person would be allowed to be given the education of a surgeon.
A map of London, at last. Let's see. The district of Whitechapel.
Wow.
I'm just saying, I don't think that would be allowed in their, like, society.
Well, they had... It was more like you were white enough unless you were black.
Really?
Yes, genuinely.
Okay.
I found the map, Holmes, and I was able to locate the Whitechapel police station.
Congratulations, Watson. Come, the game is afoot. You can read the article to me on the way.
Read the article to me? He can't just read it himself?
Yes.
I like the idea that in this continuity he doesn't know how to read. He's like, I'm the world's most brilliant detective, but I don't know how to read.
Yes, well, you know. I like how you said white enough.
Watson, in Whitechapel.
Oh, look, that's not my opinion.
Not very bright.
I'm just saying it was history.
Ooh, a typical London morning.
Come, Watson, let's find this police station.
So...
They're not being too important right now.
No, but I did want to say, oh, now you're Sherlock Holmes. Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
Go hit on the lady. Wait, can I see him in third person? Third person. Wait.
I look just as douchey as I should.
Hello.
I would
back.
like to talk to this woman.
Come back.
Hello.
First person.
It just does not
Oh
work
my.
well.
She's kind of not cute.
Pardon me, but can you give me some information?
If you're looking for a princess lover, you found her.
What? Okay. Yeah, the button doesn't work very well in third person, like
I'm
at
sorry.
all.
I think it's mainly a first person game. Maybe we could just go into third person to look at some of the environments sometimes.
I think that's a good idea. You can let me know when you want me to do that sort of sometime, so I don't forget.
Okay, I was going to say too, I learned about this in Minnesota history. We live in Minnesota, at least for now. And one thing we learned about in Minnesota history class at my college, which was really fun and actually interesting, was the concept of whiteness in money.
Come, my lord. A little coin.
But this guy's white.
But listen to me here. So there was actually a famous trader, he didn't betray anyone, he traded with people.
Oh, like Joe?
Yeah, like Joe, who was black. You have to talk to these people. And he was considered white in Minnesota because he was so rich.
Really?
And this was when they were founding the state and stuff. And I thought it was really interesting. So the concept in the North a lot of times, like early on, was whiteness had to do with status, not always skin color. Like you could be honorary white. Isn't that weird?
That is really funny.
Pardon me, but can you give me some information?
If you're looking for a princess lover, you found her.
What is that supposed to mean?
That person is a clone.
Okay.
It's like Django Fett.
We need to find a good...
About 20 million units on the way.
We need to find a good prostitute.
I I am listening.
This looks like one.
Lord.
She doesn't look like a prostitute.
She looks like the kind I want to find.
That chick kind of looks prostitute.
Wait. Those guys were in the intro. Turn around.
Yeah, we'll talk about them, but this chick looks prostitute-y. So we need to, like, check her.
But can you give me
If
some
you're looking for a
information?
princess lover, you found one.
Oh, it's so cold. Come. Let's warm up.
So far, she's the front runner for a prostitute to me.
Everybody seems creepy.
Turn around.
I thought these were the guys you wanted me to talk to.
Yeah, I did, but then I saw someone else.
Which person you want me to talk to?
No, all of them. Everyone.
Oh, okay.
I have nothing to ask.
Well, that's because he's not a woman.
I have nothing to
Like
Is
ask.
this
you go up to the guy and he's like, "They're after me, Lucky Charms."
Me, Lucky
Red
Charms.
guy.
Actually, if this was Nate, he'd only talk to the men. Never mind.
Is this Agatha
I am
Christie?
listening,
Yes.
me lord.
Why do they call us me lord?
I don't know. And the real question is, what are we looking for?
I
Who are
don't
we
know.
trying to talk to?
This chick looks prostitute.
She's cute, actually. I'd sleep with her.
If you have the means, I can let you pass before everyone. But behind me.
Why do they all have the same voice of, like, a crotchety old London woman?
Don't be mean. They did the best they could. Everyone was kind of filthy and gross in this time period.
Well, they all
No
sound
reason
it.
to go that way.
If I go that way, I'll get malaria.
I hate the 1800s. It sucks. You have to, like, piss in a bucket
The
and throw
only
in the
thing that's
street.
good is occasionally you look up and you might see someone like Arno run and jump from roof to roof if you're in Paris. I guess in
not
England
this
you're not
game.
getting that. Well, you might get Jacob and Evie Fry. I don't remember when they were. I think they're later.
That might have been later.
Actually, no. They're not, because they're before World War One.
Those are probably Jacob.
I have nothing to ask.
Hey kid, let me kick you in the balls.
A filthy beggar.
I'm gonna kick you in the balls.
Watson, help me assault this child. Watson, guard in case the police arrive.
Maybe I should talk to Watson.
I'm going to take his left testicle from my wall.
Then quickly,
Oh, that
let's
was
get
before.
to the police station.
Oh, the police station.
Oh, we're idiots. Okay.
Sorry about that.
I thought I was looking for prostitutes to
Can you bring
interrogate.
up the map? Is there a map? No.
Wrong button.
Is this Nancy Drewy?
No, Nancy Drew is a little bit different. It's more point and click. Oh, I'm running now.
Wait, turn on third person. Third person and run. I want to see how it does. Whoa. Nice. It's like Resident Evil. Except not at all. Resident Evil.
That was stupid.
What I said?
No, it's just... Okay, is this the map?
No. Those are the boards. Hit right bumper.
I was going left first, sorry.
Okay.
Because we have items, okay.
So the police station's there.
Oh, it started us at the police station and we walked away.
Well, it didn't look like a very good police station.
I didn't even notice it. Remember we started here? And
Yeah,
we
let's
walked...
go in. Go in.
People are gonna be like, oh my, we're gonna look like such idiots.
That's fine. Who cares?
Sorry, wrong button.
That's okay.
Well, this station isn't very well kept, I say.
It's a local outpost, Watson. The daily tasks that confront these constables are not the easiest, and they are poorly paid.
I like how we have sympathy for the constables, but not the prostitutes.
Why is there a picture of Elon Musk in the background?
There's also a picture of the Zodiac Killer and Ted Bundy up
Doesn't
there.
that look like Elon Musk?
I thought it looked like Ted Bundy.
Look, and this looks like, this looks like Putin.
Michael Ostrog, click it.
He looks like...
Look, a suspect description. Michael Ostrog, wanted for questioning. Dangerous.
Interesting.
Gentlemen, welcome.
Hello, I would like to speak with the Chief Inspector, if you please.
Constable Humphreys here. I am the only one in at the moment. What do you want with the chief?
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I am...
Sherlock Holmes? The detective that I read about in the papers? Well, that's a treat, that is. You come about the Buck Road case, have you? Indeed, we...
Not at all. We were just passing by chance. You say that there was a crime recently.
You don't know? You must be the only folk in London who haven't heard.
It won't be long until you find the culprit, no doubt.
Nothing is less certain. Suspects 0. Clues 0. It's not good for us, especially not in this district.
Listen, this isn't what I came here for, but if I can be of service, in a confidential capacity, of course, if you can entrust me with a copy of the preliminary reports, I could study them and return later with my conclusions.
It's just that these are official documents. I can't take a decision like that without the inspectors. The sooner we know the facts in the file, the sooner we can be of help, my friend. Say, if you are Sherlock Holmes, you can find anything, isn't that true? With your magnifying glass, footprints.
My performances are often embellished by my biographer.
Oh, good. I will give you the reports, but could you do me a small favour first? During my rounds, I dropped a leather folder containing some papers. Nothing of importance, but it's a big mistake. I would go looking for it myself, but I am stuck here on duty. I must have lost it near the seedy boarding house not far from here. Left when you leave the courtyard and left again in the lane. Perhaps you could go ask around.
Alright, bye.
We shall see what we can do.
Can we look around the police station first, or is it kicking us out?
I think it's kicking us out, but I did want to look around the police station, so I'm a little annoyed about it.
Can we go back in there for a minute?
I want to try, yeah. What the heck?
Are we going to go look for these documents?
No.
Why not? It'll give us an occasion to take a tour of the district, Watson.
Are you wanting to look in the police station?
I would like to, but they're like being poopy about it. Jeez.
I think you can aim down.
There we go.
There you go.
Okay, I get to go back in here.
We were looking at the 2-pixel door there. What's on his left over there?
I did want to say there's like a picture of a child here.
That's odd. Anything over there behind him?
Behind him?
Well, I'm really tired. That way. Can you not go that way? Wait, look.
This might be something. It's a little dark over here. I need
This
my
must be the
Pip-Boy
door
flashlight.
that leads to the cells.
Oh. Okay.
Interesting. Did you ever play or see... Oh, wait, what's that?
These archives are impressive. I bet they have been carefully conserved, classified and indexed in order to follow the evolution of criminality in this area with extreme precision. Wouldn't you say, Holmes?
This sounds like me on
Given
my
their
resume.
condition, more likely for lighting the furnace, Watson.
When I used big words to sound smarter than I actually was.
When?
On my resume?
Oh, I thought you meant now.
No.
Like every day.
Hey!
What?
This police station is like a laundry. What a scandal.
What the heck?
What a scandal.
Like a laundry.
Well...
And not much in here.
We got the most prim and proper person of all time with us.
That's true. We've literally got like Alfred Poopy Penny over here.
Got him, Jill. Hilarious.
I did get him, didn't I?
Hilarious commentary. 10 out of 10. So take a left at the end of this road.
Is
Hey,
this,
an Amish guy.
Is this Abraham Lincoln?
Hello.
Pardon me, but can you give me some information?
This area is shameful, don't you think?
Why? Because
But,
your
yeah, but
beard is shaped like a butt?
Can you help me bake bread and make butter without using technology, please?
They don't have technology.
Actually, at this point, they're cutting edge.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're really, behind yet.
I suppose, but they also are living in like literally the dump.
The one Amish hypocrite watching this channel. Hey!
The one Amish hypocrite.
Go left.
I was gonna see this card over here.
Okay, well, we're gonna lose track of where we are. He had said go left and then go left again.
I just wanted to see it. I'm sorry. I'm running.
That's okay.
Hello.
You're running faster than the frame rate of the game.
Oh, does this look like the CD boarding?
Why would he be
floor?
over here? Was he, like, getting together with a girl?
I don't know.